immediately, or your chances of a successful recovery will be dramatically lower or possibly even zero. A pro is going to use tools.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
Alright, good evening everyone. Hopefully this is working. I don't know if it is or not. We're going to try here to see. We've been having some issues here. Making sure we stay running okay. Now there are some things that are hiccuping here a little bit. And I see that we've got everything set. Alright, wait, now why'd that stop? Keep working. I don't know why that froze up. Oh, I might have bumped the drive on top. We're alright now. Mouse is on this one. Alright, there we go. Alright, so looks like everything is set up. Yes, I know I gotta replace some things here. Give me a moment here as we not yet get the SDK updated here for the Ruff net. As they're practicing. Off the corner now, to make sure that I got the rest of it. Pardon me here. Still practicing. Putting in some laps. Trying to get this all set as I can. Bear with me as we go. Oh, man. Practice still taking place. Shit. Somehow we just lost connection to our camera. Give me a moment here. We'll get it back up. You say brand new SDK for this season. We're on race number 2, Extreme Cars here at Dega. Can I get this up? The race info there for tonight. I gotta get that one to be a little darker, so down there, as you see, there is our weather and stuff for the race. And we got 91 degrees for track temp, 72 degrees, 54% humidity. And there you see, caution flag has waved, or white checker flag waved on practice. Getting ready here for the Ah, come on now. Be nice. It's not being nice. So we've got qualifying underway. Did you see them there on your screen? Wait for times to come in here tonight. There you see the time coming in. Wagner with a 50.915 gets passed by Ben Parson. There with a 50 points, 878. Smith there at 50.910. There we go, that looks better. Now we got that. But why is that now not working? Alright, now. I get one problem fixed and another arises. And qualifying keeps continuing to take place. Okay, so that's from up there, which means I gotta slide this all the way up. Header color is what I'm looking for here. There we go. Got it now. We're all good, ready to rock and roll. Here is your starting grid. We got Ben Parson out there in front. Andrew Smith there second. James Wagner there in third. Kim Richardson fourth. Jimmy Powlin there in fifth. Adam Pringle there in sixth. Johnny Hurst there in seventh. Dylan Grace in eighth. Eric Carpenter rolls off tonight in ninth. Ryan Hunter, he'll roll off there in 10th. In 11th, that's going to be Ben Ryan. Starting 12th, that's going to be Barry Tolleson. And in here in 13th, that's Larry Fairman. Nicholas Don Francisco there in 14th. Dalton Steele there 15th. Tyler Manning there 16th. Chris Ramsey in 17th. Liam Beebe here rolls off in 18th. Chad Hawkins there 19th. Gary Miller in 20th. Jeremy Keltner there in 21st. Tyler Barnez in 22nd. That is your starting grid here tonight. Now we get them to rock and roll around here off of the corner here at Daytona. You're watching on the pole. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the new SDK that we have got up here. As I said, I've been fiddling with it here a little bit as I noticed there was a couple areas that were giving me a slight issue. And we're working on fixing that right now. Hey, come around here, getting ready for the start of the race. And come there, down there to the start. And off we go, green flag down for Roughneck Racing down here into corner number 1. Now we head on out here, down through into corner number 1 they go. As I said, if you have been watching, you'll notice that we do have some, we do have a normal logo up in the top corner. Not there as that hard drive that they were on went away. Now, if you notice here at FFTV, we have upgraded a few items. One of which being, we did upgrade a hard drive here at the beginning of the year, but that was our gaming hard drive here that you can see. This PC is running 3 hard drives. This is not adding a 4th. Off down the back straightaway. Ben Parson fighting for the lead. And he had your fastest lap there in qualifying out of the lead. And you see the gap there. And then Smith up front, up there on the top side. Down here, out of corner number 4. 2 off 15 here. Off turn number 4. off the corner they go. Inside corner number. Tagging off the corner they go now. Out through the front straightaway. Coming across the stripe, Ben Carson out there in front. Got Carson down there on the bottom side. Smith on the top side. Richardson, oh no, look out! Hang it together! And they don't have one end up there into the outside wall. That might be Barnett. No, that's not. See here if we can figure it out who that might have been. As Ramsey there in 22nd did not quite make the grid. Does not look like Fairman made the, well, hold on a moment. I don't know. We got our first caution of the night. Trying to see here exactly what happened. And yellow flag is out. You see everybody just gets jumbled up back here. There you see the tagger out the 67 of Ben Ryan, who comes up into the outside wall and keeps it together and then gets tagged there behind in the 3. But they do end up keeping it 3 there as he gets back up there into the wall. Got it like Will Wave though, but that is the reason for the caution right there. We appreciate everybody coming out and watching. And we're under first caution here. About, I want to say it came out probably about lap 4. Maybe 5. We'll see here. Drivers coming in to make a pit stop. lined up back side by side once again here. And the 99 Canadian Tire Machine driven by Larry Fairman. Sitting back here in about 14th position. Ben Parsons still your leader with Andrew Smith on top. Tim Richardson up there on the bottom, out there on the bottom side there. In a third, Palin. Great job there tonight as he's up there on the top side right now. Alright, there we go. Get ready for the restart. Down here in the corner number 1 and then bring it up to the pole. Down here through corner number 2. Off corner number 2, down that back straightaway, now back out here, onto the front straightaway. Down through corner number 3 and 4. Smith out front, Parson now up there on the high side. You've seen there Richardson and Smith going around them and then move the two of them down to the bottom side. The Parson comes up there on the high side. He's going to try to bring with him Riley Pat Rowdy. He's down there in the corner number 1 and 2. Down that back straightaway. Smith and Richardson side by side now. Now Smith wants that lead. Getting up there in front of Parson. He's going to bring it up there. And drop it down and run. Smith, another lead change here. Hey, what work here? All up forward. Number 3. Down that back, or down there off 4. And see side by side that Goodrich number 29 up there in for it. You got the 27 there. Brian Hunter working away. Now look now, Smith around, Parson goes around. Up and over goes the 29 there onto the side. The 16 now of Liam Beebe involved. Cars scattered everywhere. Adam Sprinkle missing a hood here. Classifying ways for the second time. there coming off turn number 2. You'll watch them. End up getting 3 wide there as a 27 of Ryan Hunter got a run. Going to force that 29 down there in the middle. Ends up getting a little too loose, though. Ends up catching the Forrest Smith, who ends up coming up into Parson. Then he ends up getting turned around there, down there towards the bottom side. And around they go. The 29 there gets hit broadside with there from the 3 of Tyler Barnes. Putting the pilot up there on his side. There you see the 16 sideways. You got the 88 sideways as well. Jeremy Keltner. He got involved some more. And for somebody like Ben Parson, he didn't have anything to do with this, as he was out front ahead of everybody. And see, that's when you're thinking, you think you're safe up there on that front row, but here's proof that you're not. Coming off turn number 2, this is real time here, folks. He just flips around he goes, down there on the inside, spinning around, and there from first back to 20th. Now we see there we got the 3. Tyler Barnes coming to pit road. He's missing a hood. Adam Sprinkle missing a hood. Emergenton up there in front now. Dylan Grace there second. Chad Hawkins there third. Chad Hawkins, man, what a move he's having right now. He's up there into third, up 16 positions from where he started. In that number 84 here tonight. Now you watch these guys coming here off corner. Number 2 down that back straightaway. Wagner now down there in the 20th position. He also comes to pit road along with Parson. Nicholas Don Francisco also on pit road. He's there in 21st. Francisco heading out, Wagner heading out, and Parson heading out. come down there off the backstretch. Everybody side by side, getting ready to go. Not a clue how I got that to come up. Green flag is out and away. Where is that at? That's driver telemetry and that's the dashboard. Okay, got it. On there, off the corner they go. Down there into the front stretch. Oh, I'm sorry, no, they're coming down the back stretch. Coming over the front stretch, there you go. And on the flag wave once again. Alright, here we go. Yellow flag number 3. Involving Adam Springle back here. See there, coming up down there on the bottom side. There's a 3. Tyler Barnett coming up into the number. Trying to figure out who that was that he came up into. That was a 30 there of James Wagner. The 4 of Smith involved yet again. Same with the 77 of Adam Springle. They're just not having the night they were hoping here at Daytona for race number 2 of the Super Speedway Series here from Roughneck Racing. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
Alright, man, from the Speedway. Let's go ahead and see who we can bother here tonight. Let's see. Who can we wreak havoc on? Give it Adam Spring. Good evening there, Adam. How's it going?
Oh, good. Well, not so good now. How you doing?
It's going okay. I mean, you've been at the center of a couple of these now, haven't you?
Yeah, I got caught up in the first one, just bystander, and then thought I was going to make it by that second one, and looked like the three. When I went back and looked at the replay, looked like the three just shot up a little bit, got in a dug, and I thought I was past the wreck, and I started back up on the track, and just got caught in the right rear. Sitting here with 10 minutes of option, so I'm going to be a few laps down, not going back in.
Well, you're not the only one I think that's in that kind of boat. I know Andrew Smith and a couple other drivers also have some damage left on their machines. Are you having fun at least up until there?
Learned a lot yesterday doing that, make some pretty good moves in that deal. I guess we'll just have to wait for next time and see if I got a shot to win this thing.
Alrighty, well, good luck there, Sprinkle, and we'll see how if you can salvage anything from today.
Oh yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Alright, you have yourself as best a race as you can the rest of the way. Alright, that was Adam Sprinkle there. As you heard, just kind of a bystander in that. Ben Parson, he was involved in the first one. He's now up here in the 8th. Now you see him getting ready to come to the green flag. We got the 12 and Dylan Grace out there in the front row right there beside Nicholas Don Francisco, and he's up 13th spot. Jeremy Elster up there in 3rd. He's up 18 spots. Green flag underway as they roll down here. Ignorant corner number 1. Looking there at Nicholas getting up there to the outside lane. Yeah, throwing that ball, and here comes now the 12 and Dylan Grace coming down there to the bottom. He's going to try to go for the lead. Here coming there off of 2, which he will do so. Down there on the bottom side, up there towards the top now. Everybody roars on off down there through the front straightaway. Or I'm sorry, down the back straightaway. And see them all roll down here. You're looking there at the 15. Gary Miller looking there now at Pilot. Mr. Rowdy there coming off of turn number 4. As they look down there across the trio. Out front, it's Larry Fairman in number 99. We got Nicholas Don Francisco down there on the inside. 29 laps to go here at Daytona. We're coming down here out of corner number 2. Everybody side by side. Trying to find their side. Be patient. There's still a good bit of racing left to go. I mean, we've got 29 laps to go here. At full song, it takes them about 50 seconds thereabout. Maybe 55 seconds to get around here at Daytona. They see them getting something around at 12. All wild back here. That's doing great. As you see them trying to collect it there. Down there in the corner, number 1 they go. Now as they come across. Back out on the back stretch. Ben Parson, Larry Fairman, broke away from him. Down there on the inside. Now Parson's going to jump up there to the outside. Gonna bring with him the 58 and Johnny Hurst. Now we're down there in the corner, number 3 and 4. Fairman down there on the bottom side, 24. Nicholas Don Francisco down there as well. And that bottom line starting to come together. Pushing each other towards the front. That top lane gotta figure something out. Being led along by Johnny Hurst, who's sitting back here in third now. And he's trying to bring that top lane up to the side. Parson getting up there beside Fairman now. He gets up there into the closer. He's riding the Xfinity cars here tonight. That's why it's marked Xfinity there in that little block. I'm going to see if we can get something different for the logo up there at the top of the board. I want them there off of the corner. Got Fairman down there on the other side. 21 there. I'm pretty sure that's the 21. No, somebody put up the numbers on me. Not sure who that is down there in that 21, 27, whatever it is. 4-star back on the inside. Okay, that is the 27. Okay, now we got to figure it out. That's right number. I'm just having trouble reading the number, that's all. Don't blame me too bad on that one, though. That's just my eyesight. Working there on the back stretch. Working down here. Turn 1 on 3 and 4. Hang up side by side. We got 29, or I'm sorry, no, the 29 of Kyle and Rowdy up there on the top side. Offensive that was there behind the 58. Johnny Hurst. And he did work there off corner number 2. Down there on the bottom side, Ben Parson. There's Fairman. There is second, Johnny Hurst. And a third, they're rolling on down here out of the corner. Down through the front straightaway. Down into the front straightaway. We're getting 3 and 4. Got the 2 there. Ken Richardson up there on top side. Turns the car back. There behind Rowdy and Hurst. Just in front of Wagner. 24 laps to go here at Daytona for your Xfinity car here tonight in the Super Speedways here. Now, if you're paying attention this season, we're going to end up going from the Xfinity here this week to Gen 6 at Atlanta next week. Off the course, down through the backstretch. Got some lap cars going to come into play. That is the 77 there of Adam Springle. We talked to him a little bit, and I think a little bit in front of him is the 4 of Andrew Smith. Smith don't have a hood on the front of that machine. I want to come out the bottom there. Down through, Springle getting out of the way. Hey, that car's hanging on to the lead right out there in front. I think I'm just right over. Down there in the front straightaway. But somebody looking to go maybe 3 wide back here. See how that plays out? Looking everybody okay as they single it back out to 2 wide. Back down the back stretch now. That car there of the 4 of Adam Smith, or Andrew Smith, sorry. And he's pretty beat up back there at the back. Byron looked into the outside of Woodhurst in the sucker hole, but instead lays low behind him. They're out of the corner, number 4, down through the rail. Across the track, out here in the corner, number 1. Off up to back around here on the front straightaway. Of the quarter. Everybody hanging on the best they can. There they go side by side down through the front stretch. Now, I'm sorry, come down there through the back stretch. They're 3 wide there. That's the 4. Is down there on the bottom. off that corner they go. There we go. Off the corner. With 15 laps to go, out there in front, Johnny Hurst. And Parson down there on pit lane, working his way off. I'm sorry, no, never mind. Up there into the outside wall, hang on, and around they go. As the 99 gets spun around like a top back there, Larry Fairman trying to hang on to it. Doogie also involved. Dave Care on the bottom side. And Austin comes out. Take a look at it here another time. They just end up pushing down the racetrack. Pyman ends up into the outside wall. The check up there by the 2. Richardson ends up bottom legging that bottom lane up. Down there through the bottom. There you see the 99 ends up spinning around down there, way down there across the bottom against that wall. That's going to be a 27 there. Brian Hunter. The 98 getting a good punt from the back. Same with the 88 there, Jeremy Keltner. As cars scatter here. Caution number 4, I believe. We'll look at it here when tower goes back up. 4th caution on tonight. Here at 15 laps to go. Good evening there, Ben. How's it going? Adam here in the booth. How do you think your race is going?
So far, so good. We got spun a little early, but we fought back quick. Got a really, really strong cigar time Chevy Camaro. Fought right back up to the front, and I think we're in good shape here. We're topped off with Sunoco fuel, and we're going to go all the way to the end.
Well, you hope anyway.
I'm not going to the end. No doubt. Don't doubt me. Clicker. You should know this is my car, this is my track.
Hey, I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying you just can't predict what can go on around you. I know there at that very first, I believe it was the first caution to come out of the night, you got caught up in it, and that's one of them instances you're in the front, you're almost leading the race. You don't think there's anybody around you, and all of a sudden you're facing the opposite direction.
Yeah, there's really no safe place. I think it's far safer to be up front than dodging in the back. That's an opinion thing. I like being up front. I like staying up front. It's good for my sponsors and everyone watching there tonight. Cigar Time Lounge. I just like being out front. It's a personal thing. I was able to get it on the pole tonight. Stay out there for a while, but you never know. I was almost turned, like I said, there.
Well, you were turned whenever you were battling for the lead.
Right, I was turned, and then I was almost turned again. And that's how I lost the lead, and why I'm here now. But it's all good. I think I don't know who that is in front of me, but
that would be the 78 there of Tyler Manning.
All right, that's a fellow Chevrolet. We'll hook up. We'll see what we can do. See if he'll get me the draft long enough for me to drop in behind him or not. If not, I'll hang out to the high side, see what we can do.
Well, I know, like, for me personally, I'd rather be on the high side, but that's just me. I like to clog that outside lane, and hopefully I get somebody that'll push hard behind me.
That's the key. These cars really side drive really well, and you can pull back the bottom line, but you're going to run a risk of someone moving up out of the line and taking you out, kind of like the last time I ran this car here at FNA.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you the rest of the way there, Ben Parsons. We're getting ready to take the green flag. Alright, Ben Parsons, he gets ready to take the green flag here. Up there on the outside above Johnny Hurst. There behind Tyler Manning. He was talking about fellow Chevrolets. There's 5 of them there in the top 7. 1 Toyota, 1 Ford. You got 2 Fords in the top 10 along with two Toyotas, and the rest of the top 10 are Chevrolet. Green flag out down there in the corner. Number 1 they go. And they try to bring it up there to Volston. Cars up there on the high side. Getting a great run there behind Manning. That's kind of what he was hoping for, was to get that draft behind him. He's hoping that Manning will hang it out there. Now, I don't know if he did. He's going to drop out there without Parson. That's going to hang Parson out there on the top side. Got a little bit of shaking and going on back there at the back. As you see, we got one out of line down there on the bottom. I want to say that was Rowdy that got shoved to the back. Hey, Parson, he's got the 3 of Tyler Barnes back here. Or Tyler Barnes, sorry, back here is coming off a turn on a 4. Coming to the line. He'll have it up there in the second. Coming across the line, trying to get out there towards the front. 10 laps to go. There's 3 wide back here. And we're there off corner number 1 and 2, the 84. Getting right up there. He thought about pushing it 3 wide. The 7 will as he's up there on the top side. Hang on, they're now 4 wide, right below the apron down there. That's the big key of Gary Miller down there below the apron. Gets it back in line. They hold it together. The 7 now up there on the top side. 3 wide back there. Behind Carson, and they come storming there off turn number 4. Back around here towards the front straightaway. And now they go 1, 2, 2, 3 back here on the front of the racetrack. And we got Barnett really pushing Parson hard as the 84 gets up there. He'll turn the Parson, and Parson ends up around. And look out, caution back out. I had a feeling that was going to be an issue, as Chad Hawkins was not being patient at all and ends up putting that nose in there where it should not have been. That's just my opinion. hurt Parson there and drop him back. You got Johnny Hurst back here. He's all beat up. That's what I was afraid of there, Parson. We'll whack it up here a little bit so you can kind of see what I saw forming. I was watching that 84 a couple of laps now. You'll see him down there. He's right on the bumper of that 78. Parson is there. But see, the 84, he's going to try to squeeze that sucker into that hole. There's just not a hole there. And ends up getting into Parson, gets him sideways. He's going to end up then getting caught up there behind as you're on board there with Tim Richardson, as Richardson gets himself on through there. And then Parson goes for a ride back here. That's how tough it is to try to win one of these super speedway races. And then that 84 Hawkins ended up pushing really hard there, ended up getting splitting the cars there where maybe he should not have been. Take another look at it here. From up top. We'll back it up, and you can kind of see what I was talking about, because I saw this going on quickly here. Whenever they were coming to the line, I could see how much that 84 was pushing. He thought about going to the outside there, did not do so. Then he got right up to the bumper. Thought about coming up, but sucked it back in. Here comes Parson. Parson's going to end up getting up there to the outside. Down there into the corner. As they work down there you see the 84. He's trying to push that 78 as hard as he can of Tyler Manning. And then he just slides up the racetrack right into Parson. That just bottles everybody up there behind him. See if we can go on board there with the number 7 of Dalton Steele. Here we are on board with Dalton Steele. He's trying to see if he can get through, and he can't. And there is just the here we head out the windshield. Look there at the block. Tough break there for drivers. They were battling on up there toward the front, and I just don't think we're done yet. You see, we got Richardson down there in third, Barnez there second. For Barnes, Barnes there second. Manning out there in front. I'm trying to remember how to say that last name there for Tyler. And Tyler Manning and Tyler Barnes out there in second. Tim Richardson in third, Colton there in fourth. Hunter there in fifth. Fifth caution of the night. There it is, 28 there. Moving up there into a spot at Barry Tolman. Now, Barnes, he's had a decent race. He's up 20 spots. Tyler Manning also up, but he's up 15 spots. Jeremy Keltner, he's there in the 88, sitting 6th. He's also up through the 15 spots. Out here in the corner of the line, green flag, back out once again. Working there off of the corner they go. Alright, see him coming there out of the corner. Down that back straight away they go. Side by side, Tyler Manning trying to hang on out there. He's got Dick Remington there in second. Well, I want to keep an eye on Hawkins back here towards the back. He's at 84. He's back there in about 16. Ben Parson, he's there in 8. 3 laps to go. Who's it going to be? I think I'm on the right. 2 laps to go. Everybody really tight. Trying to see if we got a third lane foreman. There we go. There comes the 7 now through the middle. And there they go, 3 wide for the lead. And they're tight. Look out, they're sideways. Ben Parson ends up getting involved with Big Caution is out. Parson trying to hang on to it, keeping it straight. Will do so. Caution is out though. Well, here we go down here off the corner. You're on board there with Richardson as he gets pinballed around there. Around and around he goes. And up getting a little 4 wide. And Doogie getting up there into the outside. Dougie out there into the outside wall. Yeah, Doogie. Then you see there's a 3 of Tyler Barnez there. There you see sneaking through. That's the 16. Liam Beebe trying to work his way through. And Hunter there in 2nd. Dylan Gray 3rd. Dalton Steele now 4th. Ben Parson, he's got there in the 5th right now, if that's the way they line up. Just a couple laps to go. We got one blowing up. That's Barry Colson in their number 28 blowing up. Springle down 9 laps, Ramsey out. Here in the Super Speedway Series, 6 cautions. These are the Xfinity cars. As we said, next week, going to be the Gen 6. Hey, watch him come there off corner number 4. Tolson going to most likely drop it on the pit lane. Well, maybe not as he's coming around here, these drivers. There he comes. Now he's coming to pit lane. Dropping it down there below the apron. And on the pit lane there ahead of Adam Sprinkle. Got to figure out where my mic is here. Hello. Where is my mic? I can't turn it off. Excuse me here, Hello. Which cave? Where are you at in the camper? So it's which channel is it on in the house here? Alright, I'll have... Can you give me about 5-10 minutes? Alright, I'll be up here shortly. I'm on the final lap. Alright, well, I'm finishing the final lap of the race I'm on, and then I got interviews and I'll be up. Alright, sorry about that, folks. Normally I can mute myself, but for some odd reason I can't find where to mute myself here tonight. Unless I did, I don't know. Let's see here, does that work? Am I back again? I don't know. I don't know what's working, what's not. I have not a flipping clue. Ah, man. Alright, down there, off of that corner. They go. They're lined up side by side. Who's it gonna be? And there's Siegel working on that backstretch. Lights are out. Manning there in front. Grace there in second. Parson there third. Dalton Steele there fourth. Nick and Don Francisco there fifth. And as I said, I'm sorry I wasn't muted there during my phone call that came in. Normally I do mute myself, but see right now. There we go. I was going to say, where is the... Oh, man. What's going on here? I haven't had this issue in a while. Dylan Grace out there in second. Lights are out. Fred will pull off. Down there through the front, straight away they go. Green flag is out here for the Ruff Racing Super Series. This is the Super Speedway Series. Help brought to you by James Wagner Welding up there at the top of your timing tower. Down there in the corner, number 1 and 2. You see the 12. They're Dylan Grace in third. There's the 7 of Dalton Steele. Here comes Parson. He's going to get to the outside. Running, trying to get up there in the fourth right now. 2 laps to go. We got the 2 there. On the outside, that's 12. That's 12. Hang on, Parsons loose. And they're going to go around once again. Another green-white checker here, possibly. As cars are everywhere. There it is. There's the caution. Now we take a look at it here, exactly what may have transpired. I got a bad echo, so that didn't work out at all for me to turn that on. Alright. Gary Miller there in fourth. He wants to come down through the back of the track. I'm sorry, back around here towards the front of the grid. Didn't quite see what. Trying to figure out where that wreck was. I know we saw it. There it is, the 67 there, Ben Ryan. And they're all just put together. The 24 just gets a little bit, looks like it got loose off of the 24. This Ben Ryan then comes down across the nose and stacking up the field back here. Then spun up out of the way real fast into the outside wall, comes down, ends up getting, oh man, what a shot to Adam Sprinkle. Hoods go flying off of more cars. Man, these drivers don't like these hoods tonight. We've seen quite a few hoods go flying. We see there off of Adam Smith missing his hood, or Andrew Smith, I'm sorry, missing his hood there. Adam Sprinkle missing his, or I'm sorry, not Adam Sprinkle. Yeah, Adam Sprinkle missing his. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Still 2 laps to go. We'll take another shot at our green-white checker. It is caution number 7 on the night. Drivers on pit road. You've got Don Francisco, Barnes, Manning, Ben Ryan down there as well. Hunter on pit road. Richardson also on pit road. Ramsey out. Fairman out. Sprinkle out. Hawkins out. Hurst down 2 laps. Get ready here for the restart here soon for your Super Speedway Series. Get mine back up here shortly, I hope, as lights go on that pace car. And here we go off. One more lap. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. Parson now up there in the 5th. Wagner there in the 6th. Both of those drivers have been caught up in their fair share of incidents here tonight. Not by their own doing, though. I will admit to that. Got the 28, Barry Tolan's in there. As they work their off corner number 3 and 4. Piling on pit road. Trying to figure out who Smith. Andrew Smith on pit road. Out of turn number 2 down that long back straightaway. Everybody's trying to get ready for the restart. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here to FFTV on the pole here tonight. As we're here with the Daytona Super Speedway Series of Ruff Racing. And rolling on out here. Down that back, or off of that back straightaway through turn 3 and 4. Barry Tolson started there at 12. And now they're going to come off. Turn number 4. Rowdy trying to get caught back up to the field. Hey, back here at the back. We're going to shift it down a gear and then get on it once again here as they take the green flag here in the Roughneck Racing Super Series. Out here in the corner number 1 they go. Side by side, there you're watching Wagner back there in 6th. Carson now up there in the 4th, trying to work his way up there in the 3rd as he's going to battle it out down there on the bottom side. You got the 12 of Dylan Grace there as well. Gary Miller up there on the top side. Look out. Could be crazy. Oh no, the 12 looking out there. Down that back straightaway here in the corner number 4. Look out, Wagner looking to see maybe he can push it 3 wide. He's going to do so. Parson on the bottom. Now Parson, he's going to try to side drop it. Wagner gets back in behind. Down there off of the straightaway. Look out. Here they go, down here. They're going to be side by side. They're already touching Wagner. Goes around like time to out them. Down here in the corner number 1. Everybody's scattering here. What's it going to look like here coming to the finish? And we're here with your leaders up here at the front. Parson down there, and Parson gets touched, and he's going to go around skating. And he's not going to hang on to it there. So he's going to be dumped back there towards the back. Now down here, down the back straightaway. Now we're down to 5. As they roll here in the corner number 4. Or down here in the corner of 3 and 4. Up there to the high side, that is the 15 of Gary Miller. You got the 12 of Dylan Grace there as well. Working there off turn number 3 and 4. Down that front straightaway. Who's it going to be? They're going to touch. Grace goes around. Now here comes down. They right across the line. It's going to be Dalton Steele, Gary Miller, Eric Copperthorne. If we're looking at the unofficial results, we'll have to see how this is completely scored here as they come across the line. But Dalton Steele declared your winner right now. With Miller and Copperthorne there in a 3rd. Waiting for the official results to come in. Alright, let's take a look here. Waiting just on a few more to come across, I think. Now we're waiting on the official results. That might be who we're waiting on right there. And number 27, Ryan Hunter. That we are, as you can see. Dalton Steele burning it down. Here is your finishing order. Dalton Steele out there in front. Gary Miller there 2nd. Eric Copperthorne there 3rd. Jeremy Keltner there in 4th. Dylan Grace there 5th. Jimmy Fallon there 6th. Tyler Manning there 7th. Tyler Bonez there at 8th. Nicholas Francisco there 9th. Andrew Smith there 10th. James Wagner there in 11th. Ben Carter's in there 12th, Barry Tolton's in there 13th, Lee BB 14th, 15th goes to Ryan Hunter, Tony Hurst there 16th, Tim Richards in there 17th. And 18th, that is going to be Ben Ryan, Chad Hawkins 19th, Adam Springle there 20th, Larry Fairman there in 21st, and Chris Ramsey there in 22nd. And just a moment, let me fix this here for the finish results. We see we have an issue here. We want to fix that so that it's fixed for next time. And make sure we got it all set and ready to roll here. Not sure where that. Can't find this one, but we do know that it is something here. Up here at the top. We'll get here with your third place finisher, though. Of Eric Copperthorne. Good evening. Oh, good evening there, Eric. How's it going?
Hey, it's doing pretty good tonight.
Going pretty good tonight, all right. A little bit of craziness out there, but I mean, kind of take us through. What did you think of your night?
Just a survival thing. I got involved in 3 of the wrecks and had to do repairs multiple times and use my fast repair. And it was just, you know, with super speedways, a lot of it is luck, and the luck was on my side tonight. That within the last couple of laps, I started off the last restart in 4th, and so I actually had a chance to do something. But it took all night to get there.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is one of those things where luck does come into play quite a bit. And fortunately, I think you were able to hold it off there just fine. And
well, it seemed like in the last lap, I mean, I couldn't see what was going on, but I could hear a lot of crashes going on behind me. And then somebody said that it was basically only a 4-car run at the last half of the lap. So I knew at least I had the top 4 out of it.
yeah, it was pretty close. I mean, it definitely showed here tonight who had the luck and who didn't, and that's just about how super speedway racing goes. I mean, you just never know. It can be anybody's race at any point.
It could. One mistake, one guy blinking, you know, in the wrong spot wipes out 10 cars, and that just changes the entire landscape of the race.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. But you have any sponsor shout-outs, anybody you want to thank here tonight for getting?
I just got to thank you know, the sponsor for the race, you know, the Wagner Welding and the admins who, you know, really put a lot of effort in and encouraged a lot of practicing so that the races would be, you know, fewer yellows. That's their hope. We haven't been able to kind of show that we can do that yet, but we'll keep trying. And I want to put a shout out to you for broadcasting it, because I really enjoy watching the broadcast afterwards and see what went on around me that I didn't see during the race. So I appreciate what you guys do.
Well, it's our pleasure, and hopefully your luck continues on as we go to next week in the ARCA cars.
Oh, ARCA cars and super speedways are.
Or I'm sorry, not ARCA, Gen 6. Sorry, Gen 6.
Okay, that's better. Yeah, we can hope for the best. Like I said, super speedways, you either have a good night or you have a really bad night. And,
Yeah, I got to look here at the schedule. I believe it's Gen 6, or I know it's Gen 6. I just forget which track. Let's see here. Gen 6 at Daytona, or I mean at Atlanta. Gen 6 at Atlanta.
Yeah, we don't have a good history with Atlanta. We have a lot of yellows there, so well, hopefully we can do a little bit of practicing, get ourselves straightened out, and have a good race.
Alrighty, well, good job there, Eric, for tonight, and we'll see you next week.
I hope so. All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, that was Eric Carver. Now we'll get with Gary Miller, our second place finisher. Good evening, Gary. How's it going?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay for what's been going on here, but great run there tonight in the Xfinity car. How do you think your race went here tonight here at Daytona?
I think it went pretty good. I mean, I did start all the way towards the back, but I mean, again, like Eric said, it was all luck, basically, trying to dodge wrecks and then get to the front to finish out.
Alrighty, well, do you have any sponsor shout-outs? Anybody you want to thank for getting that second place tonight?
Well, I would like to thank Eric for one, because he did push me to the second place. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't probably be here.
Well, it's hard to say, I mean, because there was only about 4 of you that come across there at the end of it.
Yeah, but again, I could easily found my way to the back of those 4 cars and not been here.
Oh yeah, I mean, anything can happen. So, you think you can keep this momentum up going into the Gen 6 at Atlanta next week?
Maybe. We'll see what has to happen.
Alrighty, well, good luck as we continue on forward.
Thank you, sir.
Gary Miller, our second place. I'm trying to see here, do we have Dalton Steele anywhere? Does not look like it. We do not have our winner, Dalton Steele. So, congrats to him getting a win here tonight. And thank you all for watching, bearing with me. I know this isn't quite the setup we're looking for as of yet. We have things that we want to finish up putting in place. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll continue on through. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.